So I don't have an inspection checklist for my truck, but I'm going to inspect it today. So normally whenever I do actually drive it, I check underneath, make sure there's no oil leaks, which there's not, and I also, or just any leaks in general, and I also make sure there's no animals under there. I check to make sure that my windshield is not too cracked or cracked at all. Make sure my windshield wipers work. Check the tires. I check the depth of the tread. I make sure there's no chunks missing. I make sure it's not splitting apart on top. Make sure there's no cracks on the sidewall. I'll use like a thumper to test the PSI, or I'll actually test the PSI with my gauge. Make sure all the doors work, which they do. This is an improvised mirror, but it works. Do all the doors. This is a problem that I always find. This thing is broken, so I haven't fixed it. That's no problem. This part is also missing, but it screws on and off, so at one point when I finally get time, I'll fix that. Go down the side, make sure they don't have any more scratches than I've actually put on it, or any other dents. Who knows, people hit cars and drive off all the time. Same thing for the rear. Make sure this works, which it does very nicely, and then make sure this works too. It does. Close everything. I always check the back hitch because some people like to steal them, and it also, if the pin's not all the way in, it'll loosen and fall off. Make sure there's no cracks in anything. Same thing on this side for body damage, none. Same thing for the tires. Make sure there's like nothing leaking down on the tires that can like say that there's like brake fluid leaking or something. What else? I open up the hood, check the fuel level first to make sure I have enough fuel. Usually I try to keep it at 3/4 or over half. I'll open up the hood and I check under the hood for the oil, coolant levels. Make sure this latch works, which it does. So I'm going to check all of my wiring, make sure nothing's frayed or cracked or broken. Also look down in here at my belt, which is hard to see with my phone, but my belt in there, it's actually pretty new. So I know it's not really cracked. It's definitely hard to see underneath all this stuff, but I can still check it from the edges. Make sure my battery's secured and all these levels are good. I normally actually check this like every time I get gas, especially. So this is still good. Nothing's corroded. Oops, that was loud. Yeah, so just do a general, very easy check. Definitely check on the inside of my truck, make sure I have everything I need to like get into town. But that's my inspection.